That was amazing.
Good job, Meeper. 10 out of 10,
The last thing
moment.
I'll say is don't play Overwatch, play Marvel Rivals instead.
Meeper, you should record me saying little shit, so that way, at some point when I do stop saying it, you'll just have that ready, so you can just play it.
No, this is the only I've ever needed for you.
Oh.
Yep.
That one's a little too loud.
No, it's not.
It is, though.
It's the same volume it's always been.
That one was significantly louder than the coin one. I don't know. I haven't turned you up.
This is the coin.
The coin's fine. The fart. Oh, you have your in-game soundboard turned off, don't you? And that was someone else, or not in-game, but in Discord.
My Discord soundboard is.
That was someone.
In-game.
Okay, that was someone else that did that.
Yeah, no, the in-game soundboard still works. Here, watch.
How you doing? What's up? Turn on the music.
Pretty good.
So
How are you?
We'll start.
I was gonna say the same thing, Cassie.
Catalina is at it again.
Meeper, start the music, please.
Cartridges is at it again.
Them Duke boys are at it again.
Oh. No.
All right. So, last time, you all continued your meeting.
1 second. I have to go through and mute everyone else's soundboard because someone likes to cover up you talking and I can't hear you. Mute that person's soundboard. And this person's soundboard.
Soundboards until the end of time.
All right, go on. Sorry about that.
Yes, last time you concluded your meeting with the head of House Moix, the matron mother. You sort of learned that the rot that they speak of is more metaphorical, sort of the rot of time, and that they see burning things down as a method to sort of kickstart people not wanting to get too comfortable one place in one given time. However, some other things were said which you disagreed with. You sort of split up some things, learning to see if you can sort of make change within the Drow Society, others for your own personal reasons. Some of you
paused.
Yeah, who do you feel left for their own personal reason?
It was me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to pause. If I pause, it's because I am thinking.
I thought you were targeting someone.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
Specific recap for most sessions. So I think it's really important. Anyway, Avery, you went sniffing for more clues about Mr. Black while being shadowed by Riven. Cressida and Simon, you went to the sort of local tavern to ask around and learn a little bit more about the Drow Society. Found that some shady folks come by once or twice a week with within the tavern, the Chateau d'Idri. And then Mira, you tried to flag down another matron mother, however you found resistance pretty much instantly. You found the person who is sort of the highest up by the name of Key Meal, but you learned that she is not actually the matron mother there, and apparently annoyed her because she sort of shooed you off and called you a brat, which was very funny.
My owl took a big shit on her church.
As Avery and Riven were looking around at one of the sort of shelters run by House Keemiel, you broke into their cellar to see if you could find anything, but other than a somewhat woefully understocked set of shelves for the needy. You found nothing. However, as you were leaving, you found that you were being followed and tracked by someone. Tried to track them down, but they managed to lose you on a crowd in the main street, so you joined up with the rest of your group. And as you were getting to fetch your animal companions, which you left behind, you were approached by a very odd Darrow, who introduced himself in a very strange way. And he basically said that he had been watching you and saw that you had certain issues with how House Moik was running things in their part of the city, and said that he knew a way to sort of get back at them, or at least piss them off. His own reasons being that they burned down the house he was renting. You followed him to a local park where he slipped in between some of the buildings and went almost into like a watershed closet area in the alleyway between the two of them as you all followed him in. That is where we ended the last session. So we will just pick up right where you left off.
Do we long rest?
No.
Okay.
Why the
As
fuck
you
would we have long rested?
head inside, you see the interior of this is very much a sort of like side hole in the wall space. It's not necessarily shoulder to shoulder, but it's like maybe a few feet thinner than you'd like a room to be. You see the Darrow as he walks in, he sort of like splays his hands out. It's like a ta-da. As you look around the room, you see that there's only two other people. There is what appears to be a drow woman who is... it looks as if her fingers are bleeding as she is furiously biting her nails. And then there is a Quaggoth who is just sort of looking up at the ceiling, kind of slouched back in a chair, just kind of like drooling.
What race is the guy that's drooling?
A Quaggoth. They are sort of these pale green furred gorilla folk that live in the Underdark. So yeah, what is that? You all walk in, you see this site. What is all of your initial sort of reaction to this?
Here you go, Avery. Here's your resistance group, and I gesture to the room.
To the fucking gorilla?
Yeah. You see the Darrow be like, "Oh yeah, that's Grick. Don't mind him. He's meditating at the moment."
Does
said
he meditate often?
Ah, you know, I think it really helps him see the stars, is what he says.
And have you ever gotten a revelation from him before?
Oh yeah, all the time. He always says insane things, skin is a burden, stuff like that.
Can I roll insight to see if these guys are legit or if they're just a bunch of morons that we're wasting our time with?
Sure.
Because they give me the same. You ever see the Astro Boy movie, the animated movie?
No.
Well, in it, there's like these two robots that are forming the robot revolution, but they don't really do anything at all. They just talk about being in the revolution.
There's a second fucking mosquito in my room. Bitch!
Florida life. All right, insight. There we go.
That's what you get for having pet mosquitoes, Meeper.
Yeah, pet mosquitoes. That's what I always didn't want. Yeah, you can definitely tell that the Quaggoth is currently inebriated by something.
If you're cold, they're cold.
And
Let them in.
what is the okay? So remind me again. What is the what is the significance of this guy? Like,
So
why would we not just assume he's like any other patron?
We're not in the bar anymore.
Okay,
Yeah,
I must have found out.
you are currently sort of in this like sort of back behind a building area, kind of like in this sort of ramshackle shelter.
A little dude approached us, primarily you, I think, Avery, and was like, "You don't like those guys? You don't like what the Drow are doing? Follow me, and
Oh, that's right.
we have a plan to fuck them up." And it's
Can I smack it? I want to smack the Quaggoth on the face, like wake him up.
Why would you do
Okay.
Why would I do that? Because that's what I want to do.
Can the Quaggoth's name be Harambe?
No.
Do I like roll to hit an unarmed strike or something?
No, just make me an athletics check.
Yeah, I don't want to like damage him. I just want to fucking.
Just give little slappies. I don't exist, by the way.
What do you mean you don't exist?
My character token is nowhere to be found.
Currently only Simon, Avery. In fact, these three should be gone. You all are in the same place right now. Yeah, so you kind of try to shake him awake, but you're not really super successful, and you realize that like kind of coming out of his mouth is a little more than drool, a little chunkier.
Is he alive? Can I check for a pulse?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Did this dude OD?
For a pulse? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
All right.
I'll help. I'm gonna.
Fuck off for a second.
Simon is a doctor.
You said
Do you
medicine.
want help? Yeah. Do you want help? From
Yeah,
Simon?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, so it takes you a moment to find where the pulse would be, and you get none.
Holy fuck,
Oh,
Simon!
What?
Is this guy alive?
Is he breathing?
No.
What?
What's the dude that led us here? What's he doing?
What's he doing? Oh, you see him sort of talking with the drow woman. And then you see him he sees you all looking at the Quaggoth, and he's like, "Oh yeah, don't mind him. He gets really into those meditations. He'll wig out of it."
I think your friend is dead.
Simon, can you inspect him?
He's
please?
not-
It might be a monk thing.
He's not drooling. He's that's vomit. I'm fairly certain he's OD'd on something.
Mira's gonna full on slap him in the face and then titty twister, like twist the hell out of his nipples.
That's fair. That's quite disrespectful to the dead, but
I mean, if it's a recent, that's what you. By the way, I just says what you do if you think someone OD'd. So, that's what I'm doing.
Give him
I'm
Narcan.
can I try to restart his heart with shocking grasp?
That's actually kind of smart.
You don't.
You should do that. No, for real. That sounds
That
cool.
That is cool, but for the record, in real life, if a heart has fully stopped, they don't use like that. That's
I
not what
know.
they use an AED for.
I know what.
Yeah.
Hold on. I know what a defibrillator is for.
Okay.
It's for stopping a heart so that when it restarts, it's not arrhythmic.
Yeah, they use chemicals to if a heart is stopped, they have this big ass needle thing that they stab in your chest.
This is a fantasy world.
probably adrenaline.
It's epinephrine.
Not important.
Oh, actually, you know what? Can I say that I have an adrenaline shot in my bag of holding?
I'm still waiting for my
No.
slap and titty twister. What happens?
Yeah, so you do that, You don't really stir a response out of them.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Let me make
Simon,
sure.
can you?
Let me make sure that I can even learn Shocking Grasp.
It's a cantrip, so you either have it or you don't.
Then I don't.
Okay.
Fuck. What about
Doesn't your bird have shocking grasp?
Oh, Meeper.
No.
Can I make a check to identify the cause of death and or like if there are abrasions or like restraint marks on his neck or wrist or something? Can I identify how he died?
That would be another medicine check.
Okay.
You asked me to look
Call
over
back
him.
to-
You asked me to look him over, so I'm also gonna see if I can determine this.
Okay.
Simon's fairly confident that it was a drug overdose, but
I rolled a 16. Let's see what you roll.
Simon, you should give him mouth to mouth.
yeah, okay. I said lyingly. Medicine. I'm gonna luck that because I'm not gonna a 2.
Are you sure you want to look that? Because I rolled a 16. That might be good enough.
I mean, fuck it. I have the
I'm just
resource.
saying,
I have the
like-
resource. I'm gonna use it. A 3. I'm not gonna.
I tried.
No, let's see where your 16 takes us.
Anyway,
Okay. Yeah, Avery, you look him over. You see, other than what you assume to be the signs of a hard life, you see no real abrasions or anything like that. You can tell that the cause of death seemed to be asphyxiation due to clogged airway by own bodily fluids. And then the only other thing is that you cannot seem to find a point where something like a needle or anything like that would be. Additionally, there is like nothing like around the body that would be a intoxicant.
well, it appears like he drank himself to death and choked on his own vomit, but I don't see any liquor, and I don't see any track marks or needles.
Well,
He could have taken something. Like ingested something.
can I do something weird, Meeper?
Yeah.
I want to disconnect my arm from my shoulder, and I want to
Okay.
try and finagle some of the circuitry to try and generate some sort of electric pulse.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make me a intelligence check with your tinkerer's tools, but at disadvantage because you have one arm.
Nobody here has Speak with Dead, do they?
No.
Who can even learn it? Like, I feel like
Don't
Wizards
I
and
have a
clerics.
don't I have a thing, Meeper, where I can like make my thing a different element from what it's supposed to be?
Your thing, your little goopy guy.
No. When like if I do a fireball, I could do an electric fireball or something like that. Like I can like change.
Is that a
I think it's my
Bird scribe
Well, hold
thing?
on.
Yeah, I think so.
With my proficiency bonus from the Tinkerer's tools, it's a gentleman's 20. It just didn't add it to the roll.
Oh, okay. Well, it was intelligence anyway, so it had
Oh, did I?
even bigger bonus. But
Whoops.
yeah, okay. Yeah, you do it. You are definitely wincing the whole time as you're doing it, as you are effectively messing with your own nerve endings. But you do manage to set it up to where you can attempt to shock him.
I'm fairly
what classes
certain
can learn Speak with Dead?
I might only be able to do this
Wizards,
once.
And
bards, and clerics, I believe.
I'm
Kind of
gonna-
crazy that we don't have any of those.
I'm gonna build up enough charge, and I'm gonna.
We don't have a-
Someone-
I'm gonna
We don't have a wizard, really?
I didn't know if you're okay. You're a wizard.
I'm gonna build up enough charge, and
Warlock
I'm
can as
gonna
well.
touch him on the chest where his heart would be.
Yeah, Tommy.
You're
Re-
lagging out, Tommy.
Reattach your arms, Simon. We can't understand you.
Am
You're
I, am I
Yeah.
He's
good
a
now?
robot.
Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out and gonna charge up a little electricity in the palm of the hand, and I'm gonna touch him where his heart would be.
All right. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
You got it. I'm a Viking at those, I said. Oh, I am Viking.
I think I
Okay.
am going to learn speak with the next chance I get. That's a good one to learn.
Yeah, you do that. You see a shock. You sort of create a very faint lightning scar on his chest over where his heart is, and the things smell like very stinky, burning fur. You see them sort of stir a bit, but then they rest back into their chair.
Clear his airway. Fuck, I'm gonna like lay him on. I'm gonna push him down and lay him on his side. Like try and
Okay.
The recovery
is- okay.
position.
Real quick. What is the reaction of the other people in the room seeing this happening?
They're preparing the poison for us.
Yeah, you see the drow woman is having one of her hands sort of bandaged up at the fingertips by the darrow as she's just biting into the fingernails of her other hand. And he's like clearly not paying attention to you. He's like, I'll be with you in a minute. Have fun roughhousing and whatnot. And he just is very focused on what he's doing.
Weird. Okay.
This space that we're in, is there like chairs and furniture? Is there a bed where this guy's been sleeping? Is it like where he lives, or
wait a minute.
Not really. There's like a couple of mats on the floor, but they don't look like they've been slept in, and this guy's sitting in kind of like a wooden chair. You know, you kind of, as you were pushing him, you were seeing that like the spoke on the bottom of one of the feet was gone, so it's a wobbly chair and stuff like that.
Oh. Can I check his like pockets for like any information, like identification, pieces of paper, anything that he may have been killed over?
This is a job for Scritch.
Go and make an investigation check.
roll a d100? You get to find a trinket now.
Oh, oh, that's a nat 20.
Shit. Okay. Yes. You
Ooh.
look through his pockets, but you find not but pocket lint. And as you are about to toss it away, you sort of look inside and you see that there's something that's kind of holding the lint together, like it bundled up on it.
Mm-hmm.
You take a closer peek at it, and it's almost like this red sort of like glob. Very small.
Gum.
Is it like a berry?
What does it smell like? Is it
It's
like
gum.
It smells kind of like flesh.
Is it congealed blood?
Not quite. Because you see it as you continue looking at it. It's very faint, and it takes a long time in between times it does it, but it does do like the thump
Can I make an
very
arcana check?
faintly. Sure.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is a lich! This is a lich, and that's a
That's a phylactery or
that's a phylactery. This guy's a lich.
Holy fuck, you are rolling hot tonight, Cassie.
Yeah, I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
With everything I've rolled has been high.
All right. Yes. I mean, you can tell just off of the fact that most flesh doesn't pulse without it being a living creature or magic, and this is clearly not a living creature. There is some sort of magic at play here.
I'm gonna give it to Simon. I'm gonna ask him if he's seen anything like this before.
I'm the
Shit.
wizard. I know stuff.
Well, Simon's like a doctor.
Simon's an alchemist.
And Simon is
I have a spell for this.
Simon is a mad scientist, is what Simon is. It's like the whole point of his character. Yeah, I take all the lint away from it. How big is it?
Like size of like a pinto bean.
Interesting. I'm gonna cast Identify
Yeah,
on
even
it.
smaller than that, actually.
I'm gonna cast Identify on it.
Okay. Are you using a spell slot or doing a ritual?
I'm gonna do the ritual. Because I've got the
Okay.
the pearl embedded into my hand and stuff.
So that will take about 10 minutes in case anyone wanted to do anything else while Simon takes the time.
I kind of want to cast a spell magic on it, but I'll wait my turn.
We want to talk to this guy. If you're right and this is some kind
If
of
he's a
phylactery,
lich, we don't want to wake him up.
he could be a demi-lich. He also might be
So
fucking chill.
are phylacteries like voodoo dolls where if you like flick it or pinch it or poke it, will the person feel that? Is that how phylacteries work?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or is it like Davy Jones' heart?
No, a phylactery
No,
is
it's not quite like that. It's
think of it
you
like,
can explain, Tom.
think of it like a Horcrux.
I know what it is in
Horcrux.
concept. It's a Horcrux. Basically.
Usually a lich will put it in something incredibly mundane so that it's not super obvious that it is a phylactery, but it's some sort of it's a receptacle to which a lich's corporeal form will reform. Their soul is in it. If you destroy their body, they reform next to their phylactery. But
Yeah, I know what a phylactery
normally-
was. I just didn't know if it behaved like a voodoo doll.
What I'm saying is, like, a phylactery wouldn't pulse like that. The whole point of a phylactery is that nobody would know that it's a phylactery.
It's
Although-
innocuous. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I reach over and just flick it?
It might interrupt the identify, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not gonna let her do that.
Yeah, you have to be holding the.
I'll wait. I'll wait for Tommy to finish the
Okay, you said there's two other people in the room. There's the drow, right? And then there's the little short person. Or am I?
Yeah.
stupid?
The Dara.
Yeah, the Darrow's the one that drug us here, right?
Yeah.
Can I talk/interrogate him?
Sure, you can talk to him.
I'm gonna be like, why did you lead us here to a dead Quaggoth and claim that you have the answer to our problem?
Yeah, him. I mean, he's just meditating. Looks like he's meditating real good right now.
He's dead, I promise you.
You see him sort of jump up and grab a like nearby door handle, and then the door like swings open and then like falls off one of its hinges and kind of like half falls across the wall. It's like, I'll fix that again later. Yeah. Here, come in here.
Okay.
He holds a gun up to you and
You
does
follow
empty
him
pockets.
into a small.
He opens a trench coat and he's got like
A
got,
massive
like,
eye.
I go with Avery into this dark room. By the way, I'm not letting Avery go alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a pretty small closet. Like you can tell he doesn't care because he's like a small creature, but you're kind of like hunched over, and like the only light that's coming in here is the light from like the larger room and any light that you may have on you. And you see him.
I'm just gonna say, like, you got 2 minutes, otherwise I'm out.
I cast light.
All right, yeah. So you see him actually point to a fairly small, maybe about 1.5 times the size of a mason jar, little metal sort of cask barrel and he's like, "Yeah, so we managed to intercept a little trade route that these Moik guys are using, and they have so you know how they burn stuff down, right?
Yeah, I've noticed.
But all these houses are like made out of mold and crap, basically, like wood. So you'd expect like this whole place to burn down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't, because anywhere near where they're gonna burn stuff, they spray with this stuff.
What's he gesturing to?
The little like cask barrel.
Oh, can I? Is the cask like open? Like, can I see what's inside, or is it like a sealed like wine barrel type thing?
It's mostly sealed. If you put like a light over the small like cap on the top and like uh undid it, you could probably see the liquid inside.
Yeah, I want to get a peek at the liquid, the smell, the. I'll even put a hand in it just to like see the texture, the smell. You know.
Okay. Yeah. You do it. Go and make me a history check.
Oh, it's something I've seen before that I don't remember.
This guy is just so shady.
Okay, 14.
Yeah, I'll give it to you because it was literally earlier this day. The Hand of Moikt guy who knocked on your door at Mira's place this morning, he smelled like what this barrel smells like.
Okay, and is it like earthy? Is it like oily? Like
It's definitely a strong sort of like chemically scent. You know that like you've definitely like walked by, you know, Simon when he's working on something. It's been like that same sort of bassy, sort of sour, pungent smell.
I'm going to light my sword on fire with my Humacraft, and I'm going to dip my sword in the barrel.
Uh, okay. So you do so. You take the 3 damage. You see him be like, "What's with all the ladies and the self bleeding? Whatever." And yeah, you put your sword in, and you just hear like a, and you pull it out, and you know it does take a few moments, but eventually it does manage to relight itself as it's basically constantly trying to burn off this like waxy wick that was put over it.
So it's some sort of retardant. I'm going to get Simon and be like,
Simon's casting
and show
Identify.
him the retardant.
You can't say
Right.
that word. It's not politically correct.
I've decided
Funny
that
stuff.
when Simon's ritual casting a spell, he's got like a bunch of like scientific instruments strewn out about in front of him, like one of those magnifying glasses that's like 6 different magnifying glasses that flip down all together, and a little arm that's holding it.
Yeah. He puts 5 modems around him.
So they
If I-
just coat the houses in this shit and it doesn't burn down?
Yeah, I mean, it only lasts for so long, but, you know, that's because they coat it. But what they use to light it on fire is also a chemical, right? Some sort of alchemist fire or something they call it. And
Alchemy
so,
fire?
yeah, that. And so I figured, you know, they bring in these whole, like, cauldrons and barrels of these stuff and bring them into their basement. So you take one of these casks and just, you know, glug them into these, you know, things, and, you know, now the only thing that's burning is a hole in their coin purse. Really piss them off. Stop the burning for a while.
Interesting. Who manufactured this barrel of a, I don't know what to call it, retardant, I guess.
I don't really know. When we took it, it was some Duragar who was pushing the wagon, but that's all I really know about it.
Who's we?
Yeah, who is we? That's a good question.
That'd be me. I'm sure I get his name right. I'm Markon. That's Grick, and he just points at the floor. And that's Shiles. You see her kind of like with her fingers in her mouth, and she's like, mm-hmm.
So if something like this exists, it's because I don't want shit to burn down. Like, I know that you claim to be a form of resistance, but are there others like you, or is it kind of like just you? Or
Oh yeah, there's plenty of us, but we do more than just deal with these Moikt fellas. But we're kind of the ones dedicated to House Moikt, as it were. Real big shots.
I was able to get this information out of you quite easily. I have to question, what makes you what made you decide to reveal your information to me?
I mean, I don't know. Most people who come in and talk to that lady are usually come out kind of upset, but like they usually go to a house or something. But you all are, not from around here, and like a couple of people who stir the pot, as it were. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
We're gonna go blow up something for this guy, and then he's gonna show up and start yelling like anti-Semitic things or some bullshit. He's gonna have some other like fucked up agenda or something.
I'm gonna let Mira take it from here
I
if
think
she
he's
has any
just a
questions.
derelict. I'm fairly confident that these people
The one that
are, like,
the one that he named, he pointed to the ground. What was the name of the one that he pointed at the ground, Meeper?
Correct.
Gregrick?
Crick.
I'm gonna ask him to get Grick to shake my hand. I'm gonna hold out my hand.
Well, I told you, Rick's meditating right now.
Oh, Grick. Oh, Grick's okay. Grick's the monkey thing.
yeah, he's on the ground
Yeah.
because Simon.
Are you talking
Alright,
about Shiloh?
I thought one of the people he pointed to was like not one.
No.
Yeah, that's Matt.
Okay. All right, I drag the guy. I'm gonna pull him over to his dead friend, and I'm gonna point at the dead friend and say, if he's meditating, then go ahead and wake him up, like right now.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Hey, Greg, wake up! And you just see him kick him. And you see Grick's eyes sort of flutter open. He's like, What do you want, Markon? I was meditating.
Are you fucking shitting me right now?
I check for a pulse.
I say that out loud.
Yeah, you check for a pulse. He's like, hello to you, and he like goes to shake your hand. Go and give me a medicine check.
I took something out of your pocket, dude. I'm sorry. I thought you were dead.
That was almost
Between
that
him shaking your hand and your sudden confusion, and just lack of knowledge of Dagoth biology.
What the fuck? Can you? Hey, hello?
I think the Wi-Fi cut out for a second.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you see him after Mira, you let go. He kind of like flips his pockets outward, and he's like, not much gone. They're just about as empty as they were. Travel light.
I point to Simon, and I'm like, you had like a thing in your pocket.
I'm still trying to identify it.
Oh.
Maybe he was just happy to see you.
Yes, you finish identifying it. And let me look at the identify spell exactly.
My internet is not working right.
No, there's something going on with it.
I'm hardwired into my computer with my Ethernet, but my phone is not functioning all the way. You guys can hear me, right?
Maybe, and this is kind of crazy, you could reset the modem.
Maybe.
We can hear
And
you.
this is crazy. You lick my nuts?
Sexual assault? I
Do
need
I
to talk
have
to
to say
HR.
it? Do I have to?
You have one nut, Tommy.
I am HR. Trying to
You
determine
can't
how
make
much
threats that you can't.
What? I can make as many
Autism?
threats as I want.
Try to.
I'm trying to determine
No, it's
the
you
amount
couldn't. You
of
can't
lag.
make a
Okay,
threat
there
for
is
me to lick your
definitely-
nuts if you only have one nut.
There's definitely some lag going on right now, and I can't determine how much lag there is. So as soon as I finish saying this sentence, tell me when you hear it end.
When you
You said
Hear it
when
end.
you, and then there was a long pause, and then hear it. Six to 3.